Hello.
Hello, coffee lovers. This is Michael, the engineer and roaster guy. Maybe you're guilty of this. You should actually be working, but instead you're playing with one of your many available collector's item coffee roasting machines. For example, this roughly 100-year-old Royal Number 1, serial number 2127. We think it was built around 1900 and never used, and we rebuilt it. And we think this is one of the first times it's ever been used for coffee. It's a very sweet little machine, ornate, but also quite industrial for a small roaster. Well, twice as old as anyone in this room, or 4 times as old as some people here, if you get my meaning. It has a very cool integrated cooling tin, which also has a spout can be used to load green and to unload roasted coffee. I did just do that previously. Got a digital bean probe on it. Very nice custom burner kit. Custom air mixer. Some custom gauges let you know the setting of the gas coming into the roaster and also into the burner. So if we change that, notice the needle, there's a special valve here, micro adjustable. Changes the very good settings. The thermocouples are about ready to turn around. It's been about a minute and 40 seconds. So it's already stable. We go past the fine thermocouple. Leather belting, like UG15 or UG22 might have. Very ornate fan. Single fan paired by use of a damper and a turnbuckle. You can roast, cool, or do both with it. We've added a custom cyclone, quick release chaff can, custom chaff tray. Since it is a perforated drum, it does a lot of the heat exchanges through moving warm air, which means you get a very clean and fast roast, generally speaking. Pretty quiet. You can hear the beans in there, but you can also just talk. It's be a beautiful working showpiece for any storefront anywhere, or for your ski chalet. We'll take a peek inside here. These have been in there about 2 minutes, and they're roughly 200 Fahrenheit. Just starting to change color. They're getting a little, the green color is bleaching, turning a little yellow. Good bean tumbling, plenty of room in the drum. So even though I have 9 pounds in there, we're not crowding the drum at all. And technically, if you look in the books, it's supposed to be a 5-pound roaster, but I've had no trouble roasting 9 or 10 pounds in this, and you'll see that shortly. I'm going to turn the flame all the way up now. This is about our maximum flame setting here. You can also see it visually. Very nice, great blue, uniform. You can see the beef temperature will start increasing, maybe 1 degree every 3 or 4 seconds. We can actually use that as an indicator of flame setting. For now, I'm going to leave it on the highest setting for a little while. We'll see how that goes. It's been 3.5 minutes, so the beans have turned around. They've already risen to 227 from Fahrenheit, from room temperature, which was about 70 degrees today. The whole kit, the roaster, the cyclone, all the ducting, all included, and the cooling tray. Restored wooden base that has the internal ductwork for the cooler. We built this small control package here. Very modern, new gas train, shut-off valve, incoming gas, pressure regulator, safety valve, burner, gas, pressure. Ductwork coming down, 1 new motor which we painted to look old. Also very decorative on the back, probably the prettiest roaster from the rear that I've ever seen in my life, to be quite honest. Pretty quiet, vibration free. Got my hand here, no vibration. Kind of a cool wooden base with gold leaf identifying paint. Quite quite a beautiful machine. It's been 5 minutes. Our beans are 260, so we're getting maybe 1 degree rise every 2 or 3 seconds. In other words, even with a pretty full batch, this is 9 pounds. You can see we have plenty of heat, and the beans are roasting away. We won't have any trouble roasting or cooling 9 or 10 pounds in this roaster. Take this into a better light. You can see this is an special Ethiopian natural coffee. So because it's natural, you'll see a little more color variation than you would with a wash coffee while we're roasting it. Fragrance is quite good, fresh. Draft release is starting, but as soon as I close it, you notice it's getting directed by the suction fan into the chaff can. That works really well. Everything on this roaster is nicely tuned and works very well together. 281 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been 6 minutes. Still rising nicely. Beautiful blue flame. Steady gas pressure. User-friendly machine. You can mount it on a table or put it on a base. This table comes with it, but from here down to the floor you could do legs or any other thing you want to. We don't run across these very often. This is quite a special piece, and my guys really went nuts on it. Okay, it's been just under 7 minutes. Heats continue to rise. At this temperature, they should be kind of yellowish, kind of peanut color. We'll take a peek as soon as I find my fryer. So as you can see, sure enough, the beans are uniform, pretty as uniform as you can expect a natural coffee to be. Nice roasting, they're agitating well, good airflow, right amount of heat. The beans are not dragging wheat. This roaster can easily do 9 or 10 pounds per batch. Throw them back in. We'll check back in a minute or two. 310 degrees, it's been 7.5 minutes. I should mention the last batch I did, and this was a small batch, so I didn't have the roaster heated up too hot. But you'll get an idea from this one. Heat-proof red paint, heat-proof black paint. So we've got everything well done. Everything is industrial grade stuff. We fab this ourselves. Voltage flanges, everything in this roaster is very heavy duty. Quite a special roaster. It's been 8 minutes. We're at about 325 degrees. I should mention too, the airflow adjustment is here, and by changing this, we can get more or less airflow. So we have good control over the airflow. It's more control than you have in many small roasters actually, and really awesome control of the gas further. I'm actually going to change the airflow a little bit in the roaster now. We go to a lower setting, keep more heat in the beans because they're getting near the point where they're going to start accumulating heat and helping to cook themselves. So I'm going to take advantage of that. It's been about 9 minutes, beans at 340. We'll take a peek and see what they look like. So as you can see, they're getting to the color where what I'd call maximum endotherm. They're starting to change, and the sugars are caramelizing on the inside. Pre-first crack is what I'd call this. And very uniform, especially for a natural coffee. No burn spots. Very nice. mention, this is a special batch of Ethiopian natural coffee. Tastes like blueberries. Don't know if you've ever had one like that. Fairly rare coffee. So 10 minutes, the beans are about 360. Chaff is being released. The beans are approaching first crack. I'll just leave the door shut for a little while so the beans heat up more. You can see by changing the damper, we did get the beans to keep accelerating, even though we're in the part of the roast where it takes it's the most heat demand right now on the beans. So, use this glove because now this door's getting a little warm, and I'm going to use this glove. Take a peek. You can hear first crack starting. Typical with natural coffees, that first crack is a little more spread out and starts a little lower temperature than with washed coffees. So 375, almost 11 minutes now. Beans are just starting first crack. Quite a uniform roast, which once again, it's a hard coffee to roast uniformly since it's a natural. But maybe you can hear cracking inside. So nice first pop. Watching the temperature. Maybe in 10 seconds I'll be lowering it a little bit. You can see we have good first crack velocity. This is a special coffee that tastes best at a fairly light roast, so I'll be discharging it at kind of a Portland roast color. So the needle gauge, I'm going to get it down to almost 0 right there. See the flame is cut pretty small, but it's still quite enough flame actually for this part of the roast where the essential cooking itself. These are 400. It's been 11 and a half minutes, almost 12 minutes. Start taking a peek. They won't be in here too much longer. I'd say about 10 more seconds. Actually, got to turn the flame off totally. We don't need it. Turn it off. Enough velocity. Increase the airflow a little bit. These are 404. Going to check them. We'll just eyeball it and then let them out when we think they're ready. And actually, I do think they're ready right now. Just push this door and they go there. I'm going to set the damper for the cooler, which is here. You can see points to the cooler, so we're automatically cooling. I'm going to use the fryer to agitate these a little. Pretty low tech, but it's quite effective actually. Works very well. You can see there's no smoke now coming up out of the beans, so there's plenty of suction. All the beans have been discharged. Close the doors up. I'm going to keep agitating this a little bit as we continue to cool, just as you would with a stirring pan. It's nice to have it low tech, to be honest. Less things to go wrong, and you can always be able to stir them for a few seconds yourself. So I had 9 pounds green. Did not fill the roaster, did not fill the cooler, so I am very comfortable telling you that the capacity of this roaster is 10 or 11 pounds green. We can tweak the burner for propane or for a little more BTUs if needed. The airflow is excellent, and it's possible to share this fan and roasting cool at the same time. Although maybe for the first minute after discharge, you might want to have all the fan going, cooling the beans. Already the beans have cooled substantially. I can't hold them in my hand, but I can already immerse my hand in there. And that's a sign that the cooler is working well. So there you have it. Beautiful custom roasted